All right, this is nuts. So we now have another massive prisoner release, not blaming the government because the previous government planned it, but people have been turning up in Bentleys. And it's just trolling now, isn't it, Jeff? I mean, they know what they're doing here.
They do, and I'm sure that the photographers present are sort of egging them on. Go on, lads, give it large.
Yeah, get out the Bentley.
It makes for a great photo. Look, I didn't vote Labour, but I'm sympathetic to their inheritance when it comes to prisons. But the optics could not be worse, because if one of the perceptions of a left-wing government is all soft on crime, the optics of somebody driving away in a Bentley, the only way it could be worse is if there was like a log flume and they were coming out with their arms in the air.
And they've been shouting out to Keir Starmer. I mean, there are violent criminals. So the Express says it's one of them is an armed robber. I kidnapped someone at gunpoint and beat him up, but it wasn't as bad as they made out, he says. Right. Oh, dear, Henry.
Well, yeah, I mean, it looks terrible. It sounds terrible. The optics, as you say, are. But he's been freed, this guy, Daniel Dowling Brooks, 7 weeks early. So it's not 7 years early. It's not 7 months early. It's 7 weeks early.
But don't turn up with a Bentley.
No, but obviously...
It's unfair.
It's not good, but they know they're going to get on TV and they're going to showboat, and that's what we're seeing here. But what's interesting about this story as well is Dame Priti Patel, the former Home Secretary, part of a government that started this early release scheme, that didn't build the extra prisons or didn't put in the measures for rehabilitation, which would have reduced our prison population, because the significant majority of people in prison at any time are repeat offenders, which means they've not been rehabilitated during the period they're in the prison system. And that's where the failure is.
Yeah. So the Justice Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, spoke in the Commons yesterday.
Now, let me be clear. There will always be a place for prison, and there will always be offenders who must be locked up. But we must also expand the range of punishments that we use outside of prison and consider how we punish those offenders who have broken our rules but are not a danger to society.
And all kinds of ideas now. There's the idea, this is like this NHS consultation where they get a load of people making silly suggestions, but house arrest instead of prison. So you have to just go home and watch Netflix. Or there was somebody yesterday saying day on, day off. So you basically clock into prison at 7 a.m. and leave at 7 p.m. You'd have a day shift and a night shift.
Do a job share with another prisoner.
Well, that's it. But I mean, can you...
I mean, it's hard
Rose
sell,
West is deciding to go home in the evenings.
No, absolutely not. And it's a hard sell to the British public who've been kind of whipped up for ever further harsher sentencing. And it might surprise people that sentencing has become harsher since the 90s. You would have thought things were stricter.
Well, it's that Michael Howard. Prison works. It must be decent but austere.
Is that your Michael Howard impression?
That's my Michael Howard, yeah.
OK.
but he's a fan of that impression. Brilliant. So are you. But I thought that one worked.
Yeah.
Decent but austere.
You captured the slightly menacing tone.
Yes. But Prison Works is a great argument because when you are in prison, you can not kill anyone outside prison. Right. Of course, prisoners do kill each other, and also they come out at some point.
Or they kill themselves, sadly, as well.
They come out,